You are now listening to Mig y Sol Radio.
Hey, hi, I'm Marisol. I'm here with Miguel, who's, for your information, a Houston born and raised artist who focuses on painting and digital design. He's motivated primarily by art pieces and events alike that can unite the community and promote a clearer sense of who we are and how we engage with each other. He is also cold brew fiend, basketballer, and Aphex Twin freakazoid.
Yes, perfect description. And I'm here with Marisol. Marisol is a busy bee who spends a lot of time writing papers, glued to a book, or trying matcha at a new spot. If you know them, you know they're intertwined in some local happenings, typically some live music. They're open to trying new things around town and having a conversation with anyone who will let them. That is Marisol.
Thanks for listening, guys. We were brainstorming the best way to introduce ourselves, and we thought there was probably nothing better than just to share a short conversation of us chit-chatting with each other. So we've prepared a couple questions for each other, and that's what we're gonna do.
Well said, Marisol. Okay,
so the first question I have is, what is your favorite piece of media that you've consumed recently?
Consumed recently, I've been listening to the Earl Sweatshirt album a lot, like too much honestly, but that album is fucking amazing. And I remember when he started going into that like weird subgenre of hip-hop. I didn't like it at first, but it's growing on me, and I think this is just like the pinnacle of that sound. But yeah, that's what's consuming me right now in a good way, in the best way possible. Alright, and my question to you, Marisol, is what is your favorite form of media?
Wait, maybe this is an obvious answer, but my intuition is that it's probably music, just because, I don't know, I have such a strong attachment to a lot of the music I listen to, and I'm one of those people where if I'm out in public and there's a song I like playing, I really can't focus on anything else. And as much as I love movies, which is maybe a strong second, I feel like music's been the one consistent thing through my whole life, where I have like albums and songs for probably every year, if not every month, of like my whole life thus far.
Okay, very curated.
Yeah, okay. No, not curated, not curated. So my second question to you is, how do you balance your consume to make ratio?
I wish I had like some good answer for that. I feel like I make a good amount of things, but I find myself, I feel like just like any normal person, like occasionally spending too much time on the phone, too much time specifically thinking about what I'm supposed to be doing, and then like I waste time just thinking. So I could sit somewhere for an hour just thinking like, oh, I should be doing this, but the truth is like I struggle with that shit, I think, just as much as anyone else. So I guess my best advice would be like drink some like coffee, like 4 or 5 shots of espresso or something, or like,
wow,
not that many obviously, unless you need it, but or drink like a Red Bull or something and like just commit. It's kind of basic advice, but that's the best I got because I'm still struggling with it myself. And my next question for you would be, what are your general thoughts on the effects on technology consumption?
Oh god, this is, for everyone listening, this is a fucking setup, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I'm very or I try to be, I think, very like anti-tech for the most part, and it's just such a hard topic to avoid now with all the conversations on AI. But generally speaking, I think that technology, even if you want to call it a tool, what a tool is meant to do is to help you do an activity, and a lot of the ways in which we use technology now, it does the activity for you, and so it replaces the actual like act or action or activity that it was originally supposed to help you do more of or something like that. And I think that that's a big no-no, and that's a big problem, because what else are we doing if not doing? Right. So that's simply put what I think. I think phone bad, probably.
Yeah, phone bad.
Phone bad, ChatGPT bad.
Yeah. I generally agree with you on that. And this kind of ties in with what you asked before, where like I was talking about just I guess spending time just thinking about shit, and I feel like technology plays a huge role in that, specifically our phones, but I feel like maybe that's a conversation we can talk about later down the line.
Yeah. And it's a fucking facade, because you'll be on the phone like planning or thinking about what you're going to do, but then you never do it.
Exactly. And that's my issue too, and I'm sure other people have that shit.
Yeah,
they just don't think about it.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope this isn't too convoluted of a question, but I'm curious if you have any sweet memories of your first encounters with certain pieces of media. So like the first vinyl you bought, or the first movie that got you into film, or the first painting either you made that moved you, or that you were moved by, something like that.
That's a good question, but I struggle picking just one.
Fine, pick two.
Pick three. Fuck it. Nah, I'm kidding. I know exactly what.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, okay. I was thinking about shit. I was like, no, not that, but I want to talk about music, and electronic music specifically. I've gotten a lot of weird looks whenever I tell people that I listen to like electronic music, or I guess when I play it in public amongst my friends. They never say anything, like they're really cool about it. I have gotten some like funny comments like, you listen to this shit, it sounds like cell phone ringtones, like but no, I think it's beautiful, and I think most people they like electronic music because they like music, but they just don't want to embrace it because there's no fucking lyrics. And I think you're just limiting yourself in what you could be listening to. Anyways, speaking on that, electronic music, I think my first like electronic musician that I liked was obviously Aphex Twin, and you mentioned that whenever you were introducing me, but another person is C418. He's responsible for the Minecraft,
yeah.
And I know you motherfuckers listening feel something when you listen to that. I just know it. Everyone played Minecraft as a kid, and if you want to get into electronic music, I want to suggest Aphex Twin, but if you want to start with something familiar and nostalgic that could possibly make you tear up, C4118 album beta or album alpha, that's the fucking Minecraft soundtrack we all grew up with. There's nostalgia. Listen to that shit and tell me you don't feel something. And I hope if you do listen to it, that it opens up the world for you in electronic music.
I'll use it to go to sleep.
See, like you like it, right? Yeah.
But see, that's why. Wait, not to be a hashtag hater, because.
Go ahead.
But I'm like Roblox. Like, where's the awesome fucking music?
No, you're right. Roblox has like fucking nothing.
But I just get so sad because all of the kids and like my students and like my siblings and they're like, let's play Dress to Impress, and I'm like, can we? But notice how I would be much more enticed to do that if there was an awesome soundtrack.
Yeah, I think isn't there a soundtrack like when you're on the runway or something?
Yeah, but it's like
kind of lame. Yeah, it's basic.
Yeah,
it's pretty basic.
Okay, the last question I have for you.
No, wait, I'm supposed to ask you one.
Oh.
Wait, you're skipping.
So true, sorry, I was excited to ask.
No, I appreciate that, but let me ask you this question. Okay, how do you manage school and committing to passion projects? Yeah,
how do I... Okay, I feel like I got...
I didn't hear me like drinking coffee.
He just finished his vanilla latte.
Yeah, I did. Okay, go.
I think this was a piece of advice I got in general, like about being in school, but I used to think that time management was about figuring out how to get all of your to-do list into like your schedule, and actually, at least for me, and I think for most people, it's about figuring out like the things that are gonna suffer each week, if that makes sense. So like if I have to do XYZ readings, XYZ writing, and like XYZ interviews, there's just gonna be weeks where my writing or my reading suffers or my interviews suffer, and I think that that's fine. I think that unfortunately life is just a game of juggling those things, and some things suffer at that cost.
Yeah.
But at least for me, once I accepted that it's okay that I'm not always on my 100 for all of those activities every week, then I didn't feel so bad that sometimes like my performance of them fluctuates.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's just about accepting that like some weeks, some of those things, my performance isn't going to be at its best.
That was very well said.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I feel like I agree to that. I mean, I agree with that, like, for the most part, like 100%. But I just guess I never thought about it to the extent you have. But you're right, like, even, I mean, we're both interviewing people, so we have, like, a similar kind of schedule. But yeah, you're right. I mean, the things that you prioritize and the hobbies you have after school or work are gonna suffer. And that's just how life is. But it's like you deciding to make the effort whenever you do have the spare time to commit to those things. I think that's pretty epic.
Hashtag epic.
Hashtag epic.
Okay, fine. Can I ask my question now?
Go for it, yeah.
The people want to know what is one art hot take you have.
An art hot take. I feel like the second question that I answered kind of plays into that with electronic music. So I feel like I'm just fucking hating at this point. I'm not gonna go into electronic music. I don't even know if I have a hot take. Like, I openly hate AI art. I openly hate NFTs. I don't even think people like do NFTs anymore. But if you're still doing NFTs,
This guy's outdated.
yeah, I'm very outdated, I guess. Fuck. Can we go back to that while I think?
Yeah.
I think I had something initially and I just forgot.
Yeah.
But anyways, let me get to your question.
Shit.
Your last question. Yeah,
Right.
we'll get into it. What is your Houston hot take regarding anything about Houston?
Anything.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
it's pretty hard, right?
Okay, I don't know if this is a hot take, but something people complain about Houston is that, not that it's spread out per se, but that all of the individual sections or areas are their own thing. Like if I go to the Heights, it feels like I'm in sort of its own city, and if I'm in Second Ward, it feels like it's its own city, and I know some people don't like that. And I think the problem isn't that all these places are sort of their own city or town in some ways, but rather it's just hard to get from them. Maybe everyone fucking thinks that, though.
I don't know. I don't talk to everybody about that.
Shit. You don't talk to people about the design of the city?
I don't want to sound like that dude at a party who's talking about urban planning.
No, me neither. I also don't want to sound like that dude at a party.
Yeah, I mean, I've spoken to people about it.
Yeah.
They usually just echo the same thing. Like, yeah, you're right. It is pretty shitty. Or they're either that or they're just super car forward.
Yeah.
Well, I love driving my car like 45 minutes to meet my friend. Like, okay. You know?
Wait, actually, that's kind of my hot take.
You love it? Okay, holy shit.
Wait, thank you for saying that. I actually do love driving my car. I love being in the car. I mean, I think, we should ride the bus and we should get on our bikes, and that's so true. And there's a time and place for the bus and the bike. But you know what? One thing I fucking love about Texas, and Houston forces you into this, is I just love driving. I like being in my car. I like picking up my friends. I like putting the windows down. I like being stuck in traffic sometimes.
What?
Because I can look into people's cars and I can be
What the hell?
what the fuck I got going on in there? Half the time they're picking their boogers. But I'm like, I want to see.
Really? Half the time?
Half the time.
Wow, that's interesting. So I wonder why people always pick their burgers in their
They
car.
think it's a private space, and you know what? Bitch, I'm looking in.
Wow.
It's a fishbowl.
Ooh, okay.
So just FYI, caution to Houston drivers.
You're like the Batman of burgers. You're just fucking watching everybody. I'm dead as hell.
Okay, give us an art hot take.
Okay, art hot take. Let's see. Man, I still really don't know. I feel like I'm trying not to say something like fucked up and mean.
You don't have to be a hater. Maybe you could vouch for something that's like underappreciated.
Oh, that's a good point. Why was I'm in a hater mindset after the electronic music shit.
Guys, and I'm full of love, by the way.
You know, this is not personal. I guess it's not a hot take, but I think anybody can be skilled at art, like any medium. It's just the fact that you should probably consider actually putting time into things instead of like fantasizing about being good at it. Like literally just draw. I think it's funny because PewDiePie made a video about. Oh, actually, this is gonna bring me into some hating shit.
Okay, hate.
I like PewDiePie. Well, maybe I don't. I don't fucking know. I didn't watch him as much as everyone else did when I was like growing up. Anyway, he made a YouTube video. It was like I drew for an entire year and here's my progress or something like that. I'm sure you can find it. But I saw it and I was like, he did improve, but he was drawing the same shit. And please, if you're gonna get into drawing, do not draw the same shit. Draw different things. Like,
go outside, look around.
Yeah, draw like a tree or some shit. Like, draw a bird that you see, or like if you're not gonna use like in real life references, like go on Pinterest or something, or on Google or
the
whatever.
amount of times I've been in a coffee shop and this motherfucker takes out Pinterest is crazy.
Hey, I'm not gonna walk outside when.
No, I'm saying like he's about his shit.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad
You be on Pinterest.
Yeah, I definitely be on Pinterest. The amount of like boards I have, but anyways, going back to the PewDiePie shit, the one thing I didn't like that he did, he just drew anime girls. And it's like, dude, you're drawing for an entire year and you're just drawing anime girls. And granted, he did get better at drawing, but he was drawing anime girls. And I don't know, something about just drawing anime women just feels kind of pervy to me. Like,
I mean, it is pervy.
It is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, you could have drawn like a fucking like apple or something. Like, I don't know.
Your wife?
Yeah, like your actual wife and not like a fucking anime girl that's like pervy. Anyways, yeah, don't draw anime girls.
Don't draw anime girls. Don't pick your boogers on the freeway. I'm looking.
She is looking. I'm afraid to go back in my car after this and you're just like looking at me pick my nose. Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people. I haven't caught anyone picking their burgers in traffic.
Dude, you gotta look a little harder.
I guess so. I'll definitely be more aware when I drive off.
Okay, wait. Awesome. I hope this is insightful even a little. But we have some interviews and some songs, and we hope you guys enjoy them.
Yeah. It was so fun, and I think, you know, you guys can't see our faces, but I feel like we're both kind of tired. It's been a long week, and
but very excited.
We are very excited. I'm very excited. I can't wait to show you guys the footage that we caught for the naked bicycle protest. It was amazing. So yeah, love you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
See ya.
True Love, That's for the Birds by Ink Dyed Hands.
You are now listening to our exclusive interview with Gio from JuiceBox.
I don't know where the mic is, but okay. Hey, hi. I'm here with Gio, who's a local artist. Mostly you'll see her around with JuiceBox. She says she's repping Edgebrook, Southside, and she's gonna talk to us a little about her band and sort of her experience, not only in the Houston scene, but recently coming back from tour and those sorts of things.
Hi, I'm Gio.
So I'm curious, I mean, this seems like a normal starting point, but I'm curious if you'll say a little more what it was like starting in South Houston, sort of Pasadena area, and now getting to play more shows just in different parts of Houston and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I guess I grew up most of my life in just Pasadena. I lived like right off Edgebrook. And I never got to see, or I didn't know if there was any shows happening in Pasadena. I think there used to be a venue there, but that was way before I got into shows. So, I guess like going to shows more in the city is like kind of gave me the opportunity to like just see what the city has and stuff.
Did that seem accessible? Like, if you knew where to go to see shows, or like you had to, if you knew, you knew?
Honestly, I didn't really know like where to go. I would just like, I heard about Walters and like Satellite from my friends, or I would just go to like, I guess Pasadena had more like house shows.
Yeah.
So going from house shows in Pasadena to like house shows, I guess like at House of J and stuff, was very different because in Pasadena it's more like a party vibe, and then at House of J it's like, oh, this is actually a show.
Yeah. I don't know, did you find that at least with Philly? It scratched some itch?
Yes, it did, definitely. I was like, wow, like I want to go to more of this stuff. Like, this is chill.
And you're like, at this point, 15? 14?
I broke it.
Sin nervios.
I was stimming.
She was stimming too hard, she broke the number for our food.
Let me chill.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I have stim toys if you need them.
Let me see.
Yeah, let me give you some.
What were you saying?
You love Pasadena house party.
Oh yeah, they were dope.
Yeah. Oh, I was asking, like, how old were you when you were first started getting...
I think like I kind of had like strict parents. Like they'd have to like know who I was with, where I was going, and stuff like that. So they didn't start to get chill until I was like 16 or 17. So officially going out past like 8. I think I was like 16, about to be 17. So even then, I feel like I got into music a little late.
Yeah. I think,
Especially like hardcore stuff.
yeah, it tends to feel that way. I don't know, with like artistry in general, but maybe with hardcore where it's, I don't want to say gatekeeping, I think that's a little bit of like a flash word, but
No, you're right. Like back then, just from hearing around, like it was like very, very different than what it is now. Like
You wanna say
that
more?
one? That one is like for sure. Like if you know, you know.
and if you don't, kill yourself.
Yeah, basically.
So do you have people that you feel like sort of took you under their wing in that sense, or?
Kind of, but I was like so back and forth. Like I don't know. I guess the main people I met that were like in hardcore was like Joey and Alan. If you remember them.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I think Social Static was like one of like the first like punk bands I saw.
Oh, wow.
Social Static and like Sex Pill.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
isn't that funny?
Shouts out.
Shout.
That's actually probably the same for me as well. Yeah, so now that you've obviously spent much more time not only in different parts of Houston but like outside of Houston and stuff like that, I don't know if having played shows in other cities has accentuated any of the stronger or weaker points of the Houston scene.
Yeah. So there was a tour we did. We did like it was like a West Coast, I don't know, but we went to like Denver, Omaha, and Chicago. No, not Chicago. Milwaukee with Dose. And it's just like a lot of people have their own scene and stuff, but it's hard to replicate like what we have here. Like people need to understand what we have in Houston is like so rare. Like this is not everywhere.
Yeah. Which is like what exactly are you pointing at?
Like there's just like a lot of different bands, and a lot of places they barely have like 3 bands.
Yeah.
But right now there's like a bunch of bands just like in different scenes and stuff. And it's when you like go to a hardcore show here, like I guess there's a lot of people and like everybody kind of knows each other. But in other places I feel like, I don't know, it's just the vibe is different. Like I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
But like they for sure have their own scene. Maybe I'm just biased because like I love Houston and like what we have here is dope.
Real as fuck, yeah.
And it's just hard to find like, I guess like as big of a community. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but
But you love Houston.
I haven't really felt like what we have here anywhere else.
Yeah. I mean that. I'm on fucking board. I believe it. That's good. And there was nothing in other scenes though that you thought we'd benefit from here.
Okay, so wherever we went, like in the Midwest, shows were over like by 10.
Damn. Okay.
So that was like, I was like, wait, I'm kind of down.
Yeah, we need to do this. Okay,
Yeah.
listen up. We need to end them by 10.
I'm kind of down.
Or like 10:30. That's too much.
10:30.
10:30 is pushing it?
10:30 is pushing it.
Okay, 10.
Like, I love a late show, but goddamn, like, it would be nice.
It would be
I guess
nice.
as I get older, like, it's nice for a show to be done at 10.
Yeah. No, but speaking of house shows, I had originally brought it up to you as like technological changes that maybe changed the scene, but but you seem to think that it was like a pre and post COVID thing. So I'm wondering if you'll say more on like the changes in like house show norms and stuff like that. Pre and post COVID for your.
Pre and post COVID, I think pre-COVID, it was a lot more like chiller people. I don't know if that's rude. I don't know. Pre-COVID, it was just like, I don't know. People weren't as like, I hate to say cringy, but
Have you noticed any more positive changes?
it's dope that like a lot of people come to shows now.
Good.
But it's, I don't know. It's funny to see like what shows people go to now. Like 2020, 2021, so the middle of, I guess, 22, the beginning of 22, it was like hardcore. Everybody loves hardcore. And it like slowly trickled down to like deathcore and screamo.
Yeah.
So now hardcore is like on its way out. Not its way out, but like definitely a decline.
Yeah.
Hardcore stocks are down in Houston. Screamo up. Deathcore up.
Yeah.
But
Are
yeah.
there things outside of music that give you inspiration?
Thank you so much. Things outside of music. I feel like, I don't know, I get really inspired by like seeing a band play sometimes, and I'm like, damn, like I need to get it together. Like,
Yeah.
these guys are dope. Shout out Totaled from Springfield, Illinois. Shout out Haywire, because every night when we were on tour with them, they would just like bring it, and they were on tour for 100 days, and each day like they just like, I don't know, they gave out so much energy, which I can't imagine.
Okay, awesome.
Shout out Mike Bulldoze. That's
Shout
the
out.
guy. That's the guy.
Okay.
That's the guy.
Word
Ever.
as fuck. Ever?
Ever.
Holy shit.
Shout out Mike Bulldoze and New York Hardcore.
And New York. All right, awesome. Wait, thank you so much.
You know who else likes to listen to Me Soul Radio? My mom!
This is PMS's new single, Chupa Chupa.
For Always, Anyways by Ink Dad Hands.
5 p.m. was where trees fell. Portrait of golden rays reflected off a window pane. Anyone thinking my face? Speak the rest of
You are now listening to our exclusive interview with Ashley Raquel Trejo.
All right, we're live. Who am I here with today?
I'm Ashley Raquel Trejo. I'm an artist. I focus mainly on paintings and sculptures, and I am self-taught. I am a Mexican artist too.
Mm-hmm.
My paintings are based a lot on my personal experiences and emotions, mainly the negative ones.
Right.
Right. I try to paint them in a beautiful way.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe your painting? Like I don't know if you categorize your art. I know a lot of artists don't like to do that. I personally struggle when identifying like how I title my art pieces, or when people say what kind of art do you make, it's kind of like a open-ended question. I know you go by multimedia artist.
Yes, I do like to call myself multimedia, only because I love to experiment with different things.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried a bunch of mediums. My specialty is painting though.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're talking about a genre of paintings, right?
Yeah.
I don't really know to this day. A lot of people say it's surrealist, but
I feel like people kind of just label anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever sticks. I don't even know if traditional artists even label their artwork as a certain genre of art, right?
yeah. I mean, I think some do, and that's really cool. I just cannot figure mine out. I mean, you be the judge. What do you think?
Right, exactly. So we just let people.
I guess I'll figure it out later.
Right. Is there anything that you want people specifically like in the Houston area, if anyone's interested in art, to know about you? Like, what is Ashley doing when she's not painting?
Mm-hmm. I love my art. I love, sharing my emotions with the world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something very, intimate, I feel like.
Right, yeah.
But I feel like one thing you can't really tell from that is that I actually enjoy my presence a lot. Like, I'm much rather be by myself than, be out there with a group of people.
Yeah. Yeah, I
You
know.
know.
When I first met you, I thought you were pretty intimidating. So. But you're nice.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot.
Yeah, maybe it's just like intro. Oh, would you consider yourself an introvert? I know most artists are introverted.
I mean, deep down in my soul, yes, I am an introvert.
Yeah.
But I think with time, I've learned to grow and appreciate the effort that comes from, you know, meeting others and getting to know them, and how that helps my art,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
how that helps the world. But I do love being by myself. Like, I enjoy being locked away in my cave and like just
That's
painting
good.
or
I
like,
mean-
you know, doing whatever that I love doing. It's like, it's me time. That's when I thrive, I feel like. I love being away from the city. I love being out in nature. Like, I'm such a nature person. Like, I love animals. I love, you know, exploring and learning about different plants and all of that.
So you don't like the city as much?
I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know this about you. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I love my experience here. I just feel like it's time for something new.
Right.
Like, I think I've already done my part here.
Yeah.
Right. So I would love to not be in the city anymore.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. I genuinely didn't know that about you. But that's cool.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I guess your experience as an artist in the city too, because this is relevant. But you know, as a woman, I know it's always going to be a different experience than it would be like a man like me.
Yeah.
Like treatment, for example, I'm sure is a lot different, and like opportunities and stuff like that. Like, how do you feel about it? Do you think, yeah, there is clearly a way like I'm treated compared to like a man would be in the art industry in Houston, or just in general, really?
Great question. Yeah, I mean, for sure, I definitely feel that as a woman, I've gotten certain things because of me being a woman, right?
Right.
Right. I just feel like sometimes, especially, I mean, I'm not trying to be like shallow or anything, but sometimes because of my looks, I mean, people pay attention to me a little bit more. And,
Oh, okay.
you know, and I personally don't really care about any of that, because when it comes to my work, that's how I know it's going to back me up as a person, right? But, I mean, I've also had like negative, you know, effects about being a woman and being an artist here in the city.
Right.
I mean, sometimes people just kind of don't take me seriously. It can go either way. It's just kind of hard to like pinpoint one thing. But
Yeah.
I mean, like, if we're gonna be talking about experiences about me being a woman, I mean, I've experienced pretty much everything. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything like in particular that you had like a wow, that was absurd, or like, or does anything really come to mind, or is it all just pretty much the same?
Nothing specific comes to mind. It's just all pretty the same.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I feel like anyone and like any woman in general can experience these things like that.
Right.
You don't really have to be an artist.
Right. It's not exclusive to art.
It's not exclusive to artists. But I mean, the only thing I do have to say is that what I have experienced, like, I always put it to the side because, you know, like, my art, it's always going to speak for me in a way. So it's like, I really don't care if like you like me because I'm a woman or you don't like me because I'm a woman.
Right.
Either way, like, that's irrelevant.
Right. You're still gonna make your art.
Like, I'm still going to make my art. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to look at it. I want to talk about the sculpture you made for the Museum of Fine Arts Houston. Like, how did you find out about that? I think I remember speaking to you whenever that was happening, that you signed up for it and you made the cut. Like, how was it? Like, was your experience good? Would you do it again? And
Yeah, so it was a really great experience, like, overall, you know, to this day. That was an amazing opportunity. But the whole process was, yeah, it was a little stressful from the beginning to the end. I remember I had seen it on Instagram, you know, when the submissions were open. And then I kind of just put it to the side. I'm like, I don't know. Like, in the back of my mind, I was like, that'd be so cool, but I don't think I would get it.
right, yeah.
You know, so I just kind of like psyched myself out of it. But at the time, I was working with one of the artists from the previous year. Her name's Laura. Shout out to Laura. Yeah. And she told me about it, and she kind of like basically convinced me to do it. She was like, "You have nothing to lose. Like, just do it. Like, even if you don't get accepted, like, it's like you're not gonna lose any money." So I did it, put in my application. She helped me like review it because, you know, she's good at stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
to this day, like, it's still really hard for me to like write about myself. And when you apply to opportunities like that, you have to write about yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Right. So that's one thing I'm really bad at. But she helped me a lot with that process.
Oh, so you actually had to like explain who you were and why
Yeah.
you deserve to have like a. Oh, okay, I didn't know
Pretty
that.
much, yeah. You have to talk about who you are and also come up with the design, and then talk about the, you know, your experience as a Mexican artist or Latino artist, you know, here in you know, the city or you know, anything between that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So was your experience like overall good, like the day of, and like how they helped you guys set up, or?
Yes. Yeah, for sure. The day of the festival was really good. I mean, my sculpture was already there because we had to go deliver it. I think it was like 2 weeks before or so. So all of that was good. Well, actually, when I was setting up the sculpture that day at the Colin Sculpture Garden, it was kind of scary because my sculpture started falling apart a little bit.
Oh.
I started crying. So. But
I mean, I think anyone would have cried. You put so much like.
I was like on the floor crying.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, well, you know, I'm like,
Yeah.
why did I do this? But you know, once I stopped crying and stopped being dramatic, we figured it out and we got it back up, you know.
Yeah.
And it stayed.
I mean, speaking of that, like, I think you brought up a good like point of reference as to like how the art experience is. Like stuff like that happens, right? Like,
It does.
Like
yes.
you fuck up or like
yeah, you fuck up.
right, and like things just are not gonna like always go your way, even if you get opportunity like that. But you made it work, and that's honestly like something I feel a lot of artists don't speak about. I mean, I saw you that day, I was there, but I didn't get to ask you that question or like you know how things went. Do you think like a lot of artists, like their experience kind of gets shallowed out because nobody asks them questions like that? So it's always like people see like the work, but they don't see like, well, they see the outcome, but they don't see the work you put into it, right? Like the struggle of it.
Yes, that's exactly one thing I try to highlight a lot within my work is I always appreciate the process more than the final product.
Yeah.
Because everyone's going to see the final product, and obviously that's, you know, that's what you're working for. But I think that the real work is what goes on between.
Right.
From beginning to end, like the process. I think that's one thing that makes an artist, you know, very unique. Everyone has their own process. But yeah, I do agree that a lot of people don't really ask artists about that.
Yeah.
Or it's just kind of something that gets like, you know, overlooked.
Yeah. Lost in translation, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was really cool the day. Like yours was one of my favorite sculptures. Obviously, yeah, I'm a little biased because I went with the intention of seeing it, but there was a lot of good pieces there too. Like honestly, they were all great. But I know I was speaking to some of the other artists there, the people who sculpted for it. A lot of them didn't even like keep their sculpture after. Did you tear yours down?
I did. Yeah.
And why? Like
personally, I just know that I built that sculpture with the purpose of only having it to exist for that one show, right? So I knew it was not going to be something that would last forever.
Was it hard to like to do that, like to tear it apart, or like
not really?
No.
No.
Oh, you probably like happily destroyed it or something, right? Yeah.
It's just it's there's something so liberating about you know taking so long to make something and all the effort that went behind it just to be able to destroy it. You know, like you know. I don't know, like maybe I was like just playing God or something, but I was like, I brought you here and I'll take you out, you know?
It was like some sort of therapy, right?
Yeah, it was like therapy.
It was
like
liberating.
I get to destroy it. It was liberating.
Yeah.
I kept parts of it, you know?
Yeah.
But
like the head? Do you have the head?
I have the head.
Whoa.
I haven't brought it here, but I will.
That's pretty cool. It's kind of like taxidermy, but like,
Yes.
but like with your sculptures.
I've been thinking of putting it up on a frame, you know? And
You
like
should, yeah.
Putting a plaque in it.
That would be sick.
Yeah, like
maybe have it in your studio or something.
Yeah, I want to bring it over here.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. How was your experience there, like with the other artists at that event? What was the event called, by the way? I forget.
It's called the Fall Festival at the MFA.
And
it's a collaboration between Alma and the MFA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know if it was like documented? Like, I'm sure it was, because I mean it's the Museum of Fine Arts Houston. Like online, if there's some sort of way that anyone can like look at it, or I mean they can also visit your Instagram, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm not sure if there was any documentation, you know.
Yeah.
But for sure, the people who organized it, they always film a promo video, right?
Yeah.
So there's always that, but that gets filmed way before the actual festival. And then halfway through the artist making the sculpture, we have Yadi, she's the organizer. Shout out to her. They come to visit your studio and they just kind of like ask you about how your process has been so far, you know, take pictures and videos.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's public anywhere. Any artist that participates in this, like I feel like they're more than free to document their own process.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'd be crazy if they didn't, right? I feel like that's a big deal.
Yeah, I was able to document most of mine.
Yeah.
I have a lot of videos about that. I just didn't. I don't think I really got any videos of the at the festival, but we did also do an artist talk, and I'm sure that has to be somewhere.
How was that? Were you nervous doing that? Like,
Yes.
was that your first time speaking?
Oh my God. Yes, I was so scared. It was like in an auditorium. It wasn't big or anything, right?
But there were still people there. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My family was there, so yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was really cute.
How does I'm curious too, because I know every family, when it comes to having an artist, like some people are like, that's not realistic, you shouldn't pursue that. And some artists, I mean, some family, parents, for example, can be very like, go for that, like, you know, very supportive. And, you know, I don't know how your family reacted, but I'm sure it was like, wow, she's really like here and she's making moves. Like,
Yeah.
how did they react and how did it make you feel?
Well, my parents, they have always been very supportive of what I do, what I've done, you know, my art, everything.
That's good.
I think that has a lot to do because my family, especially my dad, you know, we're all very artistic. And I mean, I'm sure I got it from them. So anything that I've done creatively, they've always like told me to pursue it. You know, like, I'm proud of you, like, you know, do whatever makes you happy. So when I got my art in the museum, I mean, they were so happy for me. They all showed up and, you know, they were so proud of me. And, you know, I told them like I couldn't have done this without you guys. So I'm very blessed to have a family that supports me in
That's
that
so
way.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my family's the same way, but I think, well, for one, I think most families should be that way when they have an artist,
know,
right?
yeah.
But it's so cool when they're supportive because, you know, you're doing art, I'm sure, like so much throughout the year. And to you, it's just like, you know, it can be a struggle. Like you mentioned, like with the sculpture, like when it was starting to collapse, you know, and you kind of cried. Like, that's a normal experience to have, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you learn as an artist.
Yeah.
You gotta learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, I know, like when I painted my room and my parents would like peek, they'd be like, wow, like, you know, Mika's so like talented and stuff. Like, do you have similar reactions like that?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, all the time. Like, since I was little, like I was like, what, like 10, 7 years old.
Well, that's when
I
you
mean,
started with art?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this very young,
Oh,
but
okay.
it wasn't always painting. When I was little, I loved making little sculptures. Like,
Yeah.
every time it was like my dad's birthday or my mom's birthday, like I would create something for them, you
So-
know?
Yeah.
Like, make something with my hands.
And they always gave you like a good like reaction.
Yeah, they were
that's
always
good.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I
like,
feel
I love it. Like,
Yeah.
you're so amazing.
I
and,
feel like
yeah.
that's so good, like
Yeah.
as a like to develop, right?
Yeah.
My parents were pretty supportive too at that age. That's kind of around the same time I started. Like, well, I was like 8 years old, but that's good. Like, you know, having a supportive family, I think it's low key underrated as an
is,
artist, right?
yes,
Like having
yeah.
people that believe in you.
Yeah.
Even when I was bad, people believed in me,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not saying I'm amazing now, but you know, maybe you feel the same way.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, just like growing up and realizing how blessed I am to have a supportive family, like, you know, makes me mad at myself for being ungrateful sometimes. You know, like the times that I wasn't grateful to my parents, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, some people would like kill to have parents like these, you know,
Yeah.
to support your dreams. You
Or like even people who just believe in you, like
Just believe in you,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I'm already forgetting the name you mentioned earlier, but the person who told you to sign up for that, right?
Yeah.
And do you encourage people too, like, you know, somebody who's having like conflicting thoughts about applying to some sort of show, to just apply? You know, you never know. Like
Yeah.
you said, you weren't even sure you were gonna make the cut,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think you don't lose anything with trying, right? I mean, to this day, I still apply to stuff and I get rejected like all the time. But I mean, like personally, I don't care. You know, like the world doesn't stop. You know, I'm still alive. Like my
Yeah.
art's still here. I'm still gonna make art. Like
Yeah.
you're still gonna make art. Like keep sharing your art, even if it's not an opportunity. If you just want to share it online, like put it out there. You know.
Yeah. And I have a question too that is relevant because I always tell my friends in any art, it doesn't have to be traditional art, like painting or drawing. Like even musicians, I tell them this too. Like the friends that I have that make music, post your bad stuff or like post it when you're done, even if you don't think it's amazing. Because I feel like perfectionism is killing a lot of people's progression.
Yes.
And I think you should just paint or do whatever you want for the experience and then post it so that it's done, it's out there, and the world can see you progress. If you even care about sharing it to social media. But I think just finishing something and moving on with it and moving on to the next thing just builds a lot of like development for artists.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree. It's something I've been struggling with a lot lately too. I think that's what kind of keeps my creativity. Like it kind of like makes me pause sometimes with my creativity. It's because, you know, in my mind, I'm always trying to do better than my last. And that's honestly just pressure that I add to myself.
Right.
No one's telling me to do that, you know? So, yes, I think you should just make whatever you want. Like, even if it's not what you normally do. Like, let's say you're a painter like me. If you want to make something different, if you want to, like, even just, like, start gardening, whatever. Whatever makes you feel creative. Like, just do it, you know?
Yeah.
Do it without
Plant
expectations.
that flower.
Yes, plant that flower, plant the tree. Whatever you want to do, just do it, you know? Like, that's the only thing that's going to keep your creativity flowing, and it's going to keep you interested in wanting to create. But, yeah, do it without expectations. You know, don't listen to everyone else. Just listen to yourself.
Yeah, just fill that void, right?
Fill the void, yeah.
Like, in regards to people who are supportive of you, who are some of the main people, aside from your family, obviously, or I guess you can mention your family too, but that are making the art experience bearable, or like, who are those people?
Oh, well, I mean, apart from my family, obviously, they're so supportive. I have to say my husband, Benny, I mean, he's the one that, like, he's been there for, you know, forever. Like, since we met each other, he's always been supportive of my art. You know, always like, I'm proud of you. Like, you got this. Like, you know, you're so amazing. You're the best artist ever. You know?
That's
and
amazing,
I mean, obviously, he's going to say that he's my husband.
Yeah.
But, you know, having people like that.
Hey, but I'm
really
sure
helps.
there's some husbands that don't say that, you know?
Yeah, no, for
So, like,
sure.
it's good to have. It's good to have.
Yes, for sure.
Especially, like, if you're like anyone else who just struggles with accepting mistakes or, like, your failures in art, you know, because that's a thing, too. Failing is pretty normal.
Yeah, especially, like, the times that I feel bad about myself and my art, you know, he tells me, like, it's okay, you know, like...
Yeah.
Like, you're always going to be an artist, you know, you don't have to pressure yourself into doing this. You can do whatever you want. Like, whatever you want to do, I got you, you know?
Yeah. Is there anything, like, aside from painting, like, maybe another medium? I know you talked to me that you just started, like, 3D sculpting or whatever. Is there anything else you've been enjoying lately?
Well, yeah, I've been trying since, you know, I've been kind of struggling with, you know, creativity a little bit lately. I'm telling myself, like, just do whatever you want to do, like, whatever you feel like, you know, it's going to pique your interest right now. So I started picking up 3D art. You know, I got Nomad on my iPad, and that's been a little bit stressful, but it's like, you know, you're learning something new. Also, I've been doing a lot of, like, I collect specimens, like, you know, that stuff.
Oh, so
insects.
you do taxidermy.
Not really taxidermy just yet, but I do like to go outside and collect little dead animals, bones, whatever. I mean, I've been doing that for a while now.
Do you think that's related to your art process at all, or?
Yes, and I've actually used some of my specimens in my art before.
Whoa, which one?
I did this sculpture of a jaguar. Maybe it was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like in this old mirror jewelry box that I found at the garage sale. So I repurposed it, and then I put a painting in there, and then I put a bunch of little dead stuff.
Do you have this on your art page?
I don't. I actually sold that piece, but I can show you.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, that was a while ago, and I was just kind of experimenting, like, you know, doing these cool things.
Aside from painting tradition, like I know a lot of painters obviously like to sketch. Do you find yourself doing that a lot? Like,
No, I actually really don't like drawing, like traditional drawing. Like,
really?
Yeah. No.
Why is that? Is it just the way like the pencil feels, or?
I think so. I think it's just kind of like I'm kind of over that part of like my art. You know, I started off with making portraits.
With pencil or just
with
paint?
pencil?
Oh.
Yeah. Like whenever I was like, you know what? Let me really focus on, you know, my art. I was like what, 15 years old, 16 years old, and that's all I would do. I would just sketch with pencils.
I've talked to some artists about that because I had a friend who was telling me like, oh, I want to take a painting class, but I haven't learned how to draw. Like, do you think I should draw first? I was like, I think you should learn how to draw.
Yeah.
Like, that's the foundation to me to paint. But what do you think? I've talked to some other artists that are like, I don't think you need to learn how to draw. And I was like, what? Really? I guess for traditional art, like if you're, you know, drawing like human anatomy, for example, or like you're drawing from life, I think you need to learn how to draw.
No, yeah, I agree for sure. I think definitely you have to learn the essentials when it comes to art. Yeah. Because so then later you can break those rules. You have to learn the rules first before you break them.
Everyone says that for a reason, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's true. Like you can't just, you know, learn how to paint without, you know, having, you know.
Yeah, you can't just skip a step.
You can't skip a step. No, like you need the skeleton first. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so you're an emerging artist, right? Or would you already say like you found your spot, like in the?
I mean, I feel like I'm always growing. I wouldn't say I'm established anywhere.
Well, do you have any like advice for artists in Houston, or like I guess anywhere? If anyone outside of Houston's listening to this, thank you for tuning in. But do you have any advice for those? For example, like you mentioned earlier, like how you were struggling to apply for that for the sculpture thingy at MFAH. Do you have any advice for those who are like, oh, I don't know if I should, or like they have doubts about pursuing art, like maybe they're going to a university, or maybe they're gonna go the self-taught route? Like, what advice would you give them, like if they're having doubts?
Okay, well, for sure, I think you should take any opportunity that comes your way. Obviously, if you feel like it's beneficial for you. I don't think you lose anything with trying. But as for the emerging artists, one piece of advice that I do have is never let, I feel like you should always make art because it's something that makes you happy, whether it's your passion,
Right.
Your creative outlet, whatever. But in my personal experience, I feel like you should never let the monetary value of your art compared to the value that it has to you or who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy. When you start making money with your art, that's a great feeling, You're like, yeah, somebody wants my art, hell yeah. And that's amazing. Like, hell yeah, go for that. But don't ever let the value of money, compared to the value of who you are. Like, it's never going to be the same. Because sometimes it's very easy to get lost in I need to make money. I need to make art for money.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially if you're going, like, if you're going specifically to school for that, because that's going to be the outcome, right? You're going to graduate with something in the art field, and you're going to have to, like, pursue art for, like, money, right?
Yeah, and I'm not saying, like, don't ever do it, like, as a career. Like, no, do whatever you want. But don't forget the whole reason why you make art.
Right, because you love it, right?
Because you love it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's going to keep you going. And also take breaks if necessary. Like, whatever motivated you as a kid to make art or be creative is always what's going to keep pushing you. Because no matter how old I get, I feel like I always go back to, I always go back to my childhood. Like, that used to make me so happy. Like, how do I incorporate that into my art now?
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, just, let your inner child, go free.
Yeah, right? I think
Let it guide you.
That's the key, right?
Yeah, and I know people say that a lot, but it's true.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason then, right?
Yes. It's always going to be your inner child guiding you.
And where can people find you? Like, do you want to plug your socials?
I'm on Instagram and TikTok. On TikTok, I am Ashley Anatomy. And on Instagram, I am Art Rachel with an X instead of a C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's going to be it for us then. This has been
Ashley Raquel Trejo.
and your co-host, Miguel Sierra. Logging off.
I love me some radio.
You're now here with Loser and Jay, and this is their track, Booty J.
In my chest, got a nigga feeling goofy. Dick so long, she thought it was Monkey Luffy. Knock out his 2 feet, then I do the dash. White bitch skinny, but yeah, she got an ass. He thought he was fired, now his ass is ashes. My dick is bigger than your bitch lashes. Big baller, shot caller. Fuck your bitch for $50. Money ain't a problem, get to the trap. She like, damn, daddy, you just fucking snap.
Blaze these niggas, Jay ain't playing with niggas. Thought he could fuck with me. What you saying, little nigga? Yeah, I'm getting the riches. Yeah, I'm fucking these bitches. Ballin' like Jordan, hitting all the switches. Limbo outside, purple like lean. Bitch, pussy ball, like Mr. Clean. Bitch, I'm Mr. Clean. Hardest on my team. I limp, I don't lean. Rex in my jeans. Hold back up, please give me space. My stimmy just hit, I'm about to place. Jay in this hoe, about to shut it down. And if you looking for me, I'm in the H-time.
Big baller, shot caller. Fuck your bitch for $50. Money ain't a problem, get to the trap. She like, damn, daddy, you just fucking snap. Run it back, run it back, run it back. She go around like a cul-de-sac.
Fuck on your bitch, I ain't give her back. Fuck on your bitch, I ain't give her back.
They smelling my ass in the shit.
I just stole your bitch.
Shooting your shot is a brick.
Passing that hoe, no assist.
You're listening to Me y Sol Radio. Thank you for listening. This is Me y Sol Radio. Keep listening to the Me y Sol Radio. Keep listening to the radio. Me y Sol Radio. Radio, Me y Sol Radio.